Leaving the FaverDykes State Park in St. Augustine on my third day there, I decided to stop at the park's boat ramp and fishing pier to explore more. The road is one way in and one way out, but accessible to big rigs. Pay attention to the signs on the way out so you don't miss your turn in. From the campground, your first left will be to the boat ramp. A charming small area that has picnic tables and bathrooms. This is a great place to just come and like hike it and just walk it. It's not too far over from the Favor side. It's the perfect setting for a relaxing day to launch your boat on the peaceful water. The bathrooms over here. Spend the day. Handicap parking is nice. Picnic table over there if you just want to come and have a picnic with your kids. Alright, so I love this. The boat launch provides many conveniences for a day to spend on the water, whether you're fishing or not. Love this. I wish I had a boat. So peaceful out here. It's just a nice place to just come boating. Really, really nice. Simple little boat, just or a kayak. There's fish over there. I just saw them jumping up. Then it was time to explore the fishing pier right around the next left from the boat ramp off the same road. It's the perfect place to launch your canoe or even your kayak. I pulled in to explore, but later moved closer to the water in a sunnier spot to relax and spend the day there. So I'm gonna wait for them to leave. I love having a small rig like mine where I can easily drive it to places like these to spend the day with my pets and all the conveniences that are inside my RV. Let me see if I can get closer so that I can back in and have a view. Look at this. Wow. Check it out. That's my view from my rear. That's why I came over here. First of all, I have lots of sun here because I got a clear opening here. And then I could walk around. There's bathrooms over there. There's bathrooms over there. Pavilions, playground for the kids. Super awesome. Barbecue. This is a perfect place. I can launch your kayak from here. So they got trails up this way. And Missy is mesmerized because there's supposed to be gators here. And she probably smells something, but she's like mesmerized. Come on, Missy. We gotta move. So I gave you a tip a few days ago about, sorry, that's Missy. I'm walking Missy around here. So I gave you a tip a couple of days ago about arriving at state parks, and that even though your campground reservation is not till 3, you've already pretty much included your day pass there. So you might as well get there early and just find a place to park if you can. Somewhere in the park, you can check the terrain or ask about arriving early if they have parking spots like this one. This one has this kayak area boat ramp that I am spending the day in for a while. Like, my reservation today is till 1 o'clock, but I left early because I wasn't getting any sun over there, and I don't really need the hookups. When I took my shower, I left and I came over here, which is on my way out of the park anyway. So I'm paid here with my reservation till 1 at the campground, but that still gives me a whole day use here. I can stay here literally till they close at 6 o'clock. So, you know, from your campground, you can park in a place like this for the rest of the day till 6 o'clock, and then head over to a Cracker Barrel or Walmart and then start sightseeing the next day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm really undecided. I do have some work to do, so I decided to come here, which is nice. It's quiet. I'm getting a lot of sun, have views, and I can take Missy out and give her some good time outdoors because she's been cooped up in the camper, just walking around our really dark campsite because there's a lot of wooded trees over there. So I really want to be in the sun. I'm really loving the fact that I can be here all the time if I wanted to. The girls, there's a plane overhead. The girls are going to us, and he's gonna come fly right over my head because there's not enough places. There's not enough places, sky, in the whole world except for this vlog that is happening right now, and this is the time that 2 planes decide to go right over my head. It's just stuff happens to me. So the girls are going to the archaeological park, the Fountain of Youth, and I said I wasn't going to go there because it's $20 tickets, and I've already been there, so I wasn't going to go there. So they're probably going to be there for a while today, and I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I might decide to just stay here and get some work done because I do have a couple of days of sightseeing in the next couple of days, so I won't be able to do a lot of work. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if they want to join up with me and we could do some sightseeing. I was going to go to the distillery, the winery, and do some other stuff in the area, so we shall see. There's deer over there eating right there. It's so cool. I'm leaving the park and there was like 3 deer there. Right, so I just want to finish up this vlog and let you know what happened that day. I'm going to post a text message here that I received from the girls when I was at the fishing pier. I was having a lovely day there. The weather was beautiful. The birds were amazing. I was just having amazing time because I had this awesome view from my rig, even though I was working, but I had amazing views and I was able to go outside and take Missy out several times in the day. So I had lunch probably around 11:30 because I got up really early to get a shower and give my space to one of the girls who had to move into that spot, into my spot, because those girls had paid for an extra day and I did not pay for an extra day. I paid for 2 days and I was going to boondock anyway. They were going to go sightseeing to the archaeological park, like I said, and so she wanted to have my spot and I'd give it to her so that they can go do their stuff. So that's why I went to the fishing pier after I took my shower, because I didn't need to be at the campground anymore. And I was fine with that because I really wanted some sun in my rig. So she was able to move into my spot, and that's why I left after my shower to the fishing pier. So I didn't really have breakfast. So at around like 11:30, I had my lunch, and then at 12, they sent me a text message. One of the girls called me, but I couldn't hear her. And then she sent me the text message, and she says that they decided amongst themselves to go. They made plans to go to a restaurant. Now, they were not showing on the app their location. I didn't know where they were, how far they were. I know that the place that they were originally going to was pretty far out in St. Augustine. And I didn't get an address from them or anything like that. So she just gave me the name of it. And honestly, I was fine where I was. And I realized, it's going to take me some time to put my computer away and my stuff away. And, get Muffin in there. Miss Muffin's situation is delicate now. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to test them, let them know that I'm going to stay here, because during that time, I was already estimating where I was going to spend the night. And I decided that I was going to go to the Pilot for the night because it was only 6 miles away. So I'll show you the video how I did all that in a second. So I texted them back I wasn't going to go, and it didn't make sense for me to go because I was so close to the Pilot and I didn't want to go all the way out and then come all the way back to go to the pilot. Number one, I don't drive at night. Number two, it gets dark earlier, so it gets dark by 5:30. And then number three, I know that that pilot is the only place south of St. Augustine that is free and you can park there. And I know how busy it gets because I've been there. So I wanted to make sure that I got my spot by 3:30 because I did not want to take a trucker spot. And I wanted to make sure that I got either a back-in regular car spot or some kind of a car spot, take two spots because I'm a little bit bigger than a regular spot. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I got there around 3:34. So it was not going to make sense for me with all of the time between driving through St. Augustine to get there to just spend an hour with the girl. It just really didn't make sense to me. And I thought that they were going to understand that when I sent the message. But obviously, there's some kind of situation that was going on here that was a little dark and dreary. So, I mean, when you're traveling, you've got to figure out for yourself what is the right thing. You know, you can't not be pressured by people who are around you who don't understand your situation. Number one, I have pets. Number two, I have a pretty big rig and a tall rig. And it's the kind of rig that I just can't park it anywhere, you know, without getting a knock on the door. And I understand the place that I'm at because I've already been there. So I understand how it is not RV friendly. And, you know, if they decided to change the plans and make the plans for themselves, I also had a right to change the plans as well because they changed the plans. You understand? So some people get fixated with situations like that where it's always one-sided, that they don't understand that for the last 2 days, we have been eating in the evening together at the campsite. And when I talk about plans and doing stuff, nobody ever gives me a concrete decision of what we're going to do, except for the last night that they said they were going to go to the archaeological park, and I was fine with it because I figured, okay, well, we'll meet up at some point. But by that time, it was too late in the day. And for me, it just didn't make sense. And honestly, I'm on a budget and I'm not going to a restaurant for lunch. I had already had lunch, and I think it's ridiculous for me to spend all that money for lunch, especially since we've been eating for 2 days and these girls had not done anything. They didn't go hiking. They had not done anything but sit around and just chit chat for the whole trip. For that is not for me. So I decided the best thing for me was to do what I know is right. And it's a good thing that I had my phone so that I can make my own plans. Everything was in there under local trip. And stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you when I travel by myself how easy it was for me to just on a dime say, okay, this didn't work with these girls. I'm up and at 'em and I'm out of here and I'm doing my own thing. So stay tuned because I promised you that I was going to show you how the Google Maps work. I did a lot of my pre-planning with all of this. And I'm just going to show you my list here. So in my list, I showed you that I have lists that say parking, like this pilot I've been there before. So I'll hit here my Google Maps. You'll see that I have, like I told you, I have all of these lists. So since I'm in an area like that where I know there's no BLM, I'm going to hit the parking one. And that's going to show me here all of the parking spaces in St. Augustine. Okay, so here it is, St. Augustine. This is showing me all of the spots, as you can see. So as you can see, the only options is the pilot, which is here, and this one is the Cracker Barrel. And these other ones are not boondocking. They're just other parking spaces. Like I have the lighthouse there for lunch, but you can't boondock there. So basically the only one is this one, which is the pilot, and this one, which is the Cracker Barrel. So you see how, and then this is like all of St. Augustine, like all of the good stuff is there if you open in the map. So I'm down here. This makes more sense for me than driving all the way up there just to spend an hour with them to really not see much because they didn't give me a plan of where they were going to go, what they wanted to see. And the day before I went hiking, and in the morning I said, well, if anybody wants to come hiking with me, on my post at the group, I said, everybody wants to go hiking with me, you know, meet me at 11 at my rig. Nobody showed up. Nobody texted me. It was like totally ignored. And I was like, okay, whatever. So, you know what? I'm not going to deal with problems like this. I go camping and I spend my money to have good memories and have good times. And I had a good time during the time that I was there. Whatever happened, whatever manipulation came into the situation, I don't really care, because guess what? I'm the kind of person I can still enjoy and have a good time. And I did. Had a wonderful time the next couple of days. And just be thankful of the time that you have outdoors, doing the things that you like. Don't ever feel pressured that a group wants to go somewhere and you're traveling and you feel like, that's not in my budget. That's not what I had planned coming up here. I don't like doing that. Don't feel pressure to do those things just because other people are doing them. Find your place and do your thing. And if they don't accept it, if they don't like it, well, they shouldn't have made last minute plans in the first place. We were doing these plans way in advance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. God bless, and I'll see you for my next vlog. Bye-bye. Hey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.